Good evening, dear devotees, friends. Today, in the evening, we are organizing this. I know that difficulty for the devotees to come over here is very far from the other places. At least it takes 40 to 1 hour to drive over here, and mostly in the night time it is difficult to drive. But even then, we organize this thinking this is the particular moment, and still continuing that Ashtami, that is called when the Lord Krishna was born. So I thought we should utilize this auspicious moment. So welcome to you all. We will begin this evening by offering our pranam to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Please repeat after me. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charno Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum Mukam Karoti Bachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Paramananda Madhavam. There's a beautiful story that tells us, it's a history of course. Every Hindu they believe, all Indians they believe, it's a history. And what is that history? Then the kings became corrupted. The kings became very cruel. And obviously they were having the power, money power, muscle power, all that. And they were torturing people. One of that king was the Kamsa. And he was doing like this, the torturing in such a way the people, it was necessary. Even he was not sparing his own father. So that is the reason it was necessary. And not only he alone, he was having many other friends like him all over the India. So that was the time when it was necessary for the God to come and take the human form. So obviously, the beautifully that has been, the story goes in the saying that there was a king, he was a very just king, very kind, and he was Vasudeva. And he married the sister of the Kamsa, Devaki. And Kamsa was very happy because he used to love his sister Devaki. And when they were making the joy, having the joy, then suddenly it was announced that you are now driving the chariot of your sister, but her eighth son will kill you. So I don't know why it was necessary for the God to announce so early. But anyway, that was the way the God always, he gave that announcement. It was announced that you are going to be killed by her son, the eighth one. And immediately all love vanished. That is called selfishness. Oh, I am going to be killed by her son? So let me kill herself. If I kill my sister, there's no chance of taking the birth of her son, so I am free. So when he took out the sword to kill her sister Devaki, then the Vasudeva told that you are a great person, and usually people like you do not hurt the women, and that is not the way we do. Well, you need the son, and I promise that I will give you the eighth son to you. Then you can kill him. The Kamsa was pacified. I don't understand why all the way Narada came. And when they were happy that, we will go, Narada came and told Kamsa, how you are counting the 8 from 1 to 8 or 8 to 1? Because it may be the firstborn son also. Because no one said that it will be from 1 to 8. It may be opposite also. He said, yes, that's true. Arrest them. And they were arrested, they were put into prison, and everything God's way was going on. Because the God wanted to show us that even if the parents are in a great difficulty, it is no problem for him. So they were in prison, and one after another, the Kamsa was taking their firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn, all the children, and they were going on killing. You can imagine the terrible pain the parents were having, Devaki and the Vasudeva, and they were going on praying to God. Then ultimately on the 8th birth, everything changed. And immediately, this is the first time we see that the God is showing his power, miraculous power. Before birth, he showed his Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhari, the Vishnu Murti, to his parents and told, don't be afraid. I am not an ordinary person. I am the God. I am just coming to save the world. And then he immediately, with the help of his Maya, the power that bewildered everyone. And we always think, oh, I am doing, we are doing like that. But we don't know who we are actually, how much power we are having. Any moment, anything may happen, but still our ego goes on. We are jumping on that. I am thinking, I am doing this, I am doing that. But who are you? That we don't understand. And that is called Maya. Somehow or other, they will be completely change our mind, and that is the Maya. And the Lord, with the power of the Maya, took the human form. And then afterwards, the story that all you know, particularly all the Indians, they all know that things started changing. Then ultimately, he went to his foster parents' house, the Nanda Raja, and there he grew up. And so Krishna, as a young boy, came and challenged. And slowly, ultimate war, that is Mahabharata war, was happened, and all were punished. All those kings who were not following the injunctions of the scripture, they were punished, and the Lord ultimately gave up his body. So this is the Lord Krishna. About him, in very great details, the 10th chapter of the Bhagavata, first Skanda, 10th chapter, and from 24 verses, 24, 25, 26, like that, 21 to 20, it has given the wonderful description, who is this Krishna? We will come to that. Before that, let us offer this, the Vishnu, the Lord Vishnu, who is the Madan Mohan Ashtakam. This is the 8 stanzas of about the Madan Mohana. You are having this paper? This is page number 11, Madan Mohan Ashtakam. The 11 page. Page 11. Please repeat after me. Jaya Shankha Gadadhara Neela Kalevara Pita Patambara Dehi Padam Jaya Shankha Gadadhara Neela Kalevara Pita Patambara Dehi Padam Jaya Chandana Charchita Kundala Mandita Kaustubha Shobhita Dehi Padam Jaya Shankha Gadadhara Neela Kalevara Pita Patambara Dehi Padam. I think it will take a long time. Let us sing together. I will be singing, you will also join with me. Jaya Pankaja Lochana Mara Vimohana Papa Vikhandana Dehi Padam Jaya Benu Ninadaka Rasha Biharaka Bankima Sundara Dehi Padam Jaya Shankha Gadadhara Neela Kale Pita Patambara Dehi Padam Jaya Dhira Dhurandhara Adbhuta Sundara Daivata Sevita Dehi Padam Jaya Vishabhimohana Manasa Mohana Samstiti Karana Dehi Padam Jaya Shankha Gadadhara Neela पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय भक्तजनाश्रय नित्यसुखालय अन्तिम बान्धव देहि पदं जय दुर्जय शासन केलिपरायण कालीयमर्दन देहि पदं जय शङ्ख गदा धर नीलकले पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय नित्य निरामय दीनदयामय चिन्मय माधव देहि पदं जय पामर पावन धर्मपरायण दानवसूदन देहि पदं जय शङ्ख गदा धर कलेवर पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय वेदविदाम्बर गोपवधूप्रिय वृन्दावनधन देहि पदं जय सत्यसनातन दुर्गतिभञ्जन सज्जन रञ्जन देहि पदं जय शङ्ख गदा धर नील पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय सेवक वत्सल करुणासागर वाञ्छितपूरक देहि पदं जय पूतधरातल देवपरात्पर सत्गुणाकर देहि पदं जय शङ्ख गदाधर नीलकले पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय गोकुलभूषण कंसनिषूदन शाश्वत जीवन देहि पदं जय योगपरायण संसृतिवारण ब्रह्मनिरञ्जन देहि पदं जय शङ्ख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर देहि padam. Now, we find that the Mahabharata war was over and Krishna, he is going back to his own place. But his sister, who was married to Arjuna, she requested him to stay, and another 2 months he stayed with the Pandavas. Of course, the condition was very, we can say, sad, because so many people died. They were killed by their own brothers, own kith and kin. So obviously people were thinking, what is dharma? The king Yudhishthira himself was having this question. He was asking this question, what is dharma? What is righteousness? Killing our own brothers for some money, for some power, for this. So Krishna took them to the Devabrata Bhishma. And the Lord Bhishma told them what is Dharma. And afterwards, all these things were over, the Krishna is going back. And when he is going back, then people all around, they were thinking, the moment Krishna will go back, the righteousness will fall. Then what will happen to us? His presence is always joyful. And when Krishna won't be there, where will be the joy? We are already so sad. We have lost all our own people. Each and every one lost someone in the war, that Mahabharata war. So obviously, we can understand their mental condition. It was only Krishna. His presence itself was giving them the joy, the happiness. But the Krishna is going away. And the people, they are there, particularly the women, they were feeling that they should cry, but they couldn't. Because when someone is going away, and if someone is crying, that is not a good omen, that's not a good sign. So they were choking, they are holding their tears, and they were throwing the flower petals on Krishna, and they were whispering among themselves. Some new people perhaps were asking, who is this Krishna? Why he is getting so much of importance? Even the king Yudhishthira is taking his blessings. Who is this Krishna? And we find in the Bhagavata, Skanda 1, chapter 10, the slokas, the 21 to 24, in these 4 verses, wonderfully they are giving the description of Krishna. Who is this Krishna? Krishna is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. He grew up there. He was having the very naughty boy. He used to have the pranks and all this. So many stories are there. But who truly is Krishna? And the Bhagavata, the Vedavyasa who is writing, he is mentioning over here, Savai Kilayam Purusha Puratana Ya Eka Asit Abhishesha Atmani Agre Gunebhya Jagadatmani Ishare Nimilitatman Nishi Supta Shakti Shuhu. This is the 21 verse of the 10th chapter. Savai Kilayam Purusha Puratana. Puratana Purusha, eternal consciousness. The Puratana Purusha means the Sri Krishna is that. Purusha Puratana, the eternal supreme being. Puratana means eternal. Puratana means usually old, but it is eternal, no change. So that, and Purusha. Purusha means that which is residing in the heart of everyone. Which is residing in the heart of everyone? Consciousness. That we sometimes call life. So this life, this consciousness, it is in everyone's heart. Where from it came? Who is actually giving this to us? So that the Supreme Being, he is residing in every heart. And that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Manush ki kaum ga. The ga, in a very village way of speaking the Bengali, that do you think the human beings are ordinary? They can meditate, they can see God within their own heart. The God is residing in their heart. That's why the great. So Krishna, that Supreme Being, though outwardly it is the Krishna, but in reality, the Bhagavatakara, he is mentioning, Sabai Kilaya Purusha Puratana, Ya Eka Asit, who was all alone. And there was no two, only one and no two, Abhishesha Atmani. And Abhishesha, he was not having any other qualities. Vishesha, Abhishesha. No other qualities. If the Sattva, Raja, Tama, any qualities are there, then obviously it will take some form, it will be changing. It was nothing like that. Friends, this is the pure Vedanta. And here the Bhagavata is introducing us with the Brahman. With the Vedantin in Veda, they say the Brahman, the same description. The all-pervasive, that all-pervading consciousness residing everywhere. It was the only one and no two, and that is the Atmani. Then it says, Agre Gunebhya. The before the creation, Agre Gunebhya, before creation, all these, whole creation was within him. Jagat Atmani. Jagat Atmani Ishware. It was within him. So what is this creation? It is his creation. The Jagat was, the whole universe was within him. And then Nimilita Atman Nishi Supta Shaktishu, when this creation will be over, it will dissolve, it will go back to him only. That is Krishna, the one who is the only one and no two, eternal or pervasive. That is the Krishna. And this Krishna was having the whole universe within him, and that this universe at the time of dissolution will merge with him only. So when we talk about Krishna as a personal God, nothing bad, nothing wrong, it's good. But at the same time, if we don't understand what true Krishna is, we will never ever understand the truth. So that is why in the Bhagavad Gita he mentioned, those who have understood me really as a truth. Otherwise, just Krishna with the flute, Krishna playing with the Gopa and Gopis, Krishna is fighting in the Kurukshetra, Krishna is doing this and that, up to that will be limited, and that will break. Any duality is going to change, is going to break. That's why the mind we should go, and in every Indian scripture, they take our mind to that absolute. So here it's Sri Krishna is that eternal and supreme being who existed alone as pure consciousness. Now he is taking this form, but it is his own will, Maya Shakti. In the next he will be telling, and without differentiation, when all beings and animals were in a state of dissolution in him before creation. And in the cosmic night means dissolution, when everything will be over, then they will go back to nature, to him only. Now, every day there is a pralaya. We say the last day. Every day we are dying, but we do not know. Every day our whole world is becoming nil to us, nothing to us. When? In the deep sleep. When we don't see the dream even, what happens to us? You are having great trouble, this is going to happen, that we have to attend, this meeting, that thing. Then you go to sleep. Then where is your world? You don't remember. You don't remember that this is your body. In the sleep we forget our body. And then we go into deep sleep where there is no dream even. Then what is there? Nothing for us. That is called dissolution. Same thing is happening every day with the Brahma, the creator. But the problem is, Bhagavata has given and the Purana has given, how many millions of years is Brahma's one day, and the same Brahma's one night. So Brahma's 24 hours means a millions and millions of years for the human being. And that time the yugas changes. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, all changes. Again new yugas come, one after another. In every yuga there will be different gods, not the same Indra, not the same Varuna. It goes on changing. But we don't understand that. But as a limited, every day we are awakening and we are going into dream stage. And dream stage means creation is there, but in imagination. And finally, in dreamless state, it is dissolved completely. So here also we find that Adi Purusha, he was only one and no two, Aditya Sachidananda Rupa. Sachit Ananda Rupa, he was there, and Pralaya in the Nishi, in the dissolution, it goes, all beings goes and merges with him. Then again, another is asking, who is this Krishna? That person, another person is mentioning about the Krishna. He is mentioning, Sa eva bhuyo nijo birya cheditam swajiva mayayam prakritim sisrikshatim. It's a beautiful word that is used over here. Sisrikshatim is a desire to create. Sisriksha means creation, the desire to create. If you compare with any individual, we like to create. First we have some program, some plan, some thought. Desire to create first comes in our mind. Then we create. And same way, the God is also first thinking that he should create. Sa jiva mayam prakritim. Prakriti is his power. And according to the power we create. If someone is thinking, I will do this, according to his own power, he will do, she will do. If he is a very powerful person, if he is a king, suppose he is an administrator, he can do in a bigger way. And the small person can do in a small way. But before doing any action, everyone is thinking. Where from that comes? It's planning. Where from it comes? From the same God. And he also planned Sisikshatim. And when he is thinking, two things are necessary for creation. One is knowledge, another action. So he is taking the power. The power is Prakritim. Sajiva Mayam. It is his own power and he is creating. Anama Rupa Atmani. Nama Rupa. What is this word? It is a combination of name and form and nothing else. Just name and form, you see, everywhere. Only name and form. Without the name and form, we won't be able to understand. The people won't be able to understand anything without a name and without a form. That's why, what is this Jagat? Only two, Nama and Rupa. Nama means name, Rupa means form. And this Nama Rupa, and he was Onami, he was not having that. Then he had that. Vidhivat Samana Anusara Shastra Krit. But when he is having the power to create, he needs the knowledge to create also. How to do it? That nowadays we are having a problem. Now we are inviting some of the people and they are coming, the plumbers, and they know how to fix it, and they are coming and visiting. So why we could also do? But no, we won't be able to. Why? We are not having that particular knowledge. We are engineers. We know many other things, but we don't know that particular thing. So anything that you do, you need that knowledge. So Lord created scriptures, the Veda, the knowledge. And that's why his name is Shastra Krit. So who is this Krishna? He is the creator of the Veda. He is the creator of the knowledge. Who is this Krishna? He is the main source of power, the action. Now we are discussing about Krishna, which usually it goes with the Vaishnava, the system. But if we turn to another system, valid system of Hinduism, that is called Tantra, you will find the goddess Kali. She is also having the skull and also the hands hanging from our person. What is that skull? The symbol of knowledge. What are those hands? Symbol of action, power. So without power, without knowledge, nothing can be done. So here also they are depicting another way of Hinduism. They said it is the power of God which is Shakti. So they become Shakta, and that Shakta card all the Tantra card. But this is the same way. And it says, he creates the jivas and again entered into them as the consciousness. He created the jivas. All beings were created by God only. And then he entered into them as the consciousness. If the consciousness is not there, then it is of no use. When you see the wooden dolls or many other things, we are not having the life, we don't like them. For some time it is okay, for decoration it is okay, but when it is having the life, we like it so much. Only, I think yesterday, a newly married couple came with their newborn baby to get the blessings of Thakur. Hardly few weeks are the age, the boy, hardly few weeks. Oh, small hands and feet, the little, tiny little baby. But so lovable. Why? It is having a life. Almost the same size, there may be a doll, but you cannot love in that way as you love this living child. So what is important? Body is there, the doll and this baby. And also the hands, legs, mind is also there. But what about the life? So life is most important. And this is the self. Who is that life? It is the God himself. The God entered into the life. That's why among the Hindus you will find, nowadays the modern people, they'll say, no, we should not touch the feet of others. Why the seniors, we have to go and, though the seniors, they will be asking them, go and touch their feet. You know why? Why we always close our hands and say namaskar? Because we know the God is residing in that body. And he is also prati namaskara. He also will do like this, he or she. This is called culture. And culture is based on spirituality. Without knowing, or no, it is not. Nowadays they will be doing like this. I don't know what is it. They will be having some small power, and like this they will be doing modern. Okay, no problem. But the thing is, without thinking you are doing it. But the tradition comes from knowledge. And the knowledge is based on realization. And the realization is the Atman. And the Atman is residing in every being. And when that person, he is mature, he is experienced, he has realized many things, so we go and bow down. So that is the main reason we to pay the respect to the seniors. Sabha ayam yat padamatra surayo jitendriya nirjita matarishvan pashyanti bhakta utkalitam amatmana nanu esha sattam parimastumarhati. Who is this Krishna? Again, a 23rd verse it says, Sri Krishna is that ultimate goal, yat padamatram, of the yogis and spiritual aspirants, surayo, jitendriya, nirjita matarishwan. Matarishwan means the air. So those who are meditating, they are controlling their breathing. Asana, pranayama. The second is pranayama. Prana means the air. And ayama means control. And another word of the prana is matarishva. That is air. We are controlling the air. Who are doing it? Those who like to know the God, like to realize God. So they are trying to control their sense organs, their mind, But why? To realize the Supreme, who was successful to control their senses and vital breaths and purify their mind by the intense love for God, they realize the Krishna. This, I think in India it is all over. Now, for us, it is today only we are, but Ashtami is going on, so people are worshipping. But why we are worshipping? Just everybody is doing, so we are doing it. So this is the reason. We like to go back to the source. What is that source? It is the joy. It is the happiness. It is the eternal courage. Abhayam Satta Siddhi, all they say in the Bhagavad Gita. What is that Abhayam? I am not afraid of death because I know I am only changing the body and nothing else. There's the fearlessness that comes from understanding, from realization, and that is because the Krishna is there, he is standing. And then in the 24th verse it says, Sabhayayam sakkano gita satkatho vedeshu guihechu cha guiha badini ya eka isho jagat atma leelaya srijati abhati atti natatra sajjate. Now this is Krishna, the Supreme Being, who is glorified by the scriptures. Here we are reading from the Bhagavata. Bhagavata is the scripture. And what is the scripture? The words of the realized souls. It's not just someone that wrote. Nowadays, they'll be dropping the names, as they call, some of the names, the big writer, big this. What these big writers? Have they truly realized God? Have they practiced? No. The most, they have the command over the language, and after retirement, lot of time, so they will be from different books, from different things, they will collect and then they will publish a book, and the problem is ours. He is writing and publishing, it's okay. But the problem is, he will send the book and ask, please give your comment. That means you have to read that book. Who asked you to write? Anyway, so by that way also, it goes on, but the Shastra is completely different. The Shastra is those, that's called, those who have realized the truth. They give that, their experience. That is called Shastra. And that Krishna, the Supreme Being, who is glorified by the scholars of Veda and Tantra. They say Veda and Tantra, not Vaishnavism. Why? It is already there. They are talking about Krishna. They are talking about the Vishnu. And those who are followers of Vishnu, worshippers of Vishnu, are Vaishnava. Other two valid paths is the path of knowledge and path of action. Path of action is Tantra and path of knowledge is Vedanta. We are Vedanta society, the path of knowledge. So this they mention, Sri Krishna is that who is the Lord, the creator, the preserver, and the dissolver of his sport. He has created this, and then he is sustaining it. Then he is dissolving it within himself, but he is not affected by it. Why his last word that he is not affected? Atti natatra sajjate. He is not affected. We are affected. Why? Oh, this is my family, this is my country, this is my this is my that. How I know? When I was not born, where this country was? When I will die, where these people will be? But when I was born, I grew up, I started thinking that these are my people, these are my things. It's only habit. But it is so much so, we became so much attached to it, we can't leave it. And that is the problem. In the Bhagavata again, that it says, Then after the Mahabharata war, all his sons were killed. Whole family was destroyed. But still, the blind king, Dhritarashtra, he was surviving and he was living and under the care of Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira was the opponent. Yudhishthira killed his children, but still he was under the care of Yudhishthira. And slowly he was adjusting himself. Then his brother came, Vidura, and told, what is it? The end days are coming. The terrible days are coming. Death is coming. And you have still not withdrawn the mind from the samsara? Then some of the very strong words he used, Vidura, so that he will act in immediately. He said, the killers of your son are now serving you. And you are so happy with their food? Oh, yes. They started thinking. But Vidura used to love and he had to take care of the Pandavas. But he used these words so that the attachment of the Dhritarashtra breaks. Then Dhritarashtra is leaving. We don't like to leave this world. We always like to grab. At the fag end of our life, we do not know what will happen. Still we are thinking, oh, I will go for this, I will have this, I will have that. That is called Maya. That is why life was divided into 4 parts: Brahmacharya, Garastha, Banaprastha, Sannyasa. And Sannyasa is the life when one should start respecting oneself. Because he will know, I am not this body, I am not this mind. I am the beautiful thought that I am Atman. God is residing with me. I am worshipping myself. That is called Hinduism. Hinduism start worshipping with a stone, with a tree, with a cow, with a river. But that Hinduism says, I am worshipping myself. In the Yoga Vasishtha Sara, it says, I am worshipping myself. Look at it. Close your eyes. What do you see? The God within. That is the consciousness. You may take that consciousness with a form, the form of Krishna. He is standing there with the flute, or quarreling over the little baby Krishna, or standing in the Kurukshetra. Whatever the Krishna you like, or in the form you like, but that is the consciousness. Close your eyes. Do you see that consciousness? That is the blissful time. Why we cry? Oh, we have become old, oh, nobody's there around. Why? That is the time you should be free from all bondages. Who are these people around you? They were not. When I was born, you were born. Did you see these people? No. Now you are living over here, all new faces. Now starting, oh, they are my friends, they are my relatives. I have to go to the party, I have to go to his birthday. Once again. When we were born, there were different type of faces. And in our journey in our life, different faces. But every time we develop the same thing, oh, they are my own. And I get bound. Krishna came to say no. And why he came? So we will conclude over here. Why Krishna came? When the rulers become corrupt and cruels. Yadahi adharmena tamadhiya nripa. Nripa means the rulers. 1 or 2 persons are corrupt, it doesn't matter. Someone standing over there in our country sometimes, the police people and the whole day they are standing, they take little money. Hey, give me some money, extra money, they do. And we take the photograph and we make a hue and cry. It doesn't matter at all. That he is not going to influence the society, the individual only. But when a king is corrupt, a king is cruel, he is corrupting the whole society. That's why the God is careful about that, when the king is corrupt. And people should be very careful about Jivanti tataishahi sattata kila Dhatte bhagam satyam ritam dayam yasha bhavaya rupani dadat yuge yuge. And every age the God will come in same way. Why? He will be teaching us the sattva. What is that sattva? He says truth, righteousness, mercy and love. These are the main teaching of religion. If we can truly understand this, then the celebration of the Krishna Janmashtami will be the real celebration. Because we are learning something. Otherwise, entertainment. There will be songs, there will be dances, there will be lighting, there will be food, there will be friends, and all the social, the mixture. Oh, you have done that, I have also. I have decorated my Krishna in this way, I have decorated my Krishna in that way. That's all good. But little bit of joy. When you are having the birthday of your son, same joy of Krishna. But what is this Krishna? If we can understand that, not only I am transforming, I am also helping the society where I am living to completely transform. And what is the problem? Ego. And what is that ego? Is a false conception. Completely false conception. When I say I, who is this I? This body? It gets changes every time. And when I say I, the mind gets changes every time. Then who is this I? The child I or the grown-up I? Who is this I? So this we have to understand. Otherwise, we are going to suffer life after life. So that is why the Bhagavan comes and he says, whenever this unrighteousness comes, I will come to teach you. And we learn that and we become free. So let us sing a song about Krishna and we conclude. And what is that song? I think in page 10. Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Sundara Lala Nachat Sri Vrindavana Me Nachat Vrindavana Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Bhale Chandana Tilak Manohar Bhale Chandana Tilak Manohar Alka Shobhe Kapalan Me Alka Shobhe Kapalan Shire Chuda Nayana Vishala Shire Chuda Shala Kundamala Hiya Paradole Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Nanda Dulala and say Lala. Lala means the bacha, the small. And whose child is that? Nanda. But it was Nanda was the foster father. But anyway, Nanda became very famous because he was taking care of the God and with great love. Pahirana Pita Patambara Bole Pahirana Pita Tambara Runu Jununu Pura Charana Me Runu Junu Ko Gavata Panchamatana Ko Gavata Panchama Bamshi Pukar Radha Nam Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Sundara Lala Nanda Dulala Mangala Tala Mridangara Sala Mangala बाजावत को रंगन में, बाजावत को राधा कृष्ण एक तनु होय, राधा कृष्ण एक तनु होय, निधुबन में यो रंग मचाए, निधुबन में यो रंग मचाए, सुंदर लाला नंद दुलाला, सुंदर नंद दुलाला, नाचत श्री वृंदावन में, सुंदर लाला नंद दुलाला. About this God, he is dancing. You know why? Because dance is an expression of terrible joy, wonderful joy, excellent joy, happiness. So we express that joy through song and dance. When we are happy, we sing. But when we are extremely happy, we dance. So the God is dancing over here. And the last line, when you are repeating, Radha Krishna ekatanu hoyo, when they become one, when the Radha and Krishna become one. Who is this Radha? Radha is just a conception. There was no such lady. Because as the Gaudiya Vaishnava Samaja, which was started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started that because there is a word, the Radha, Aradhita iti Radha. So what is the Aradhana? Devotion. The what type of devotion? Complete dedication to God, forgetting one's own body, that is called Radha, extreme love. And how that will be depicted? Her color is fair. So that's why the Radha is white color. And no mixture of red and black. So complete love and sacrifice for God. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu developed it, and afterwards his disciples, they developed it as a lady, as a human form. And then the story that they are having love and Krishna is blowing the flute and then she is coming and all this. Krishna was 8 years old at the time. So obviously he was just a little boy. But whatever it may be, it is not a man and a woman. And this is the devotion and God. When the devotion and God become one, that is the source of joy. When the jiva, individual self, developing the love for God, and when you are developing the love for God, you have to forget your body. Because the ahamkara is separating us, I is separating us, ego is separating us. And that is the reason, when you forget that, where you go? You go to God, because that is the source. So when they go and march, Radha Krishna ekatanu hoyo, nidhubana me jo ranga machaye. And they say as if that is the greatest joy in the Nidhuvan. Still it is there in Vrindavan. I have visited that. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was very happy to go over there. Still all these things are there. It's not imaginary. Really it was there. Some people, they always try to say it's all imaginary. Nothing like that. Krishna was there. He's a historical personality. And that love was also there. And this love when coming and merging together. Perhaps you have seen, many of you, the statue of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in our home of harmony. There, the Sri Ramakrishna, right hand, he is showing the finger like this, and the left hand, he is showing like this. And these are the two, Jivatma and Paramatma, the individual self and the God. When they become one, when these two becoming one, then the joy, the happiness, Radha Krishna ekatanu hoyo, nidhubana me jo ranga machai. Ranga means the happiness, the joy. So what is the ultimate goal of spirituality? happiness, joy. And the extreme joy they express in one word, that is called bliss. The bliss is that extreme joy which is not depending on anything external, it is all internal. Thank you, friends. Thank you, devotees, for coming. So we will conclude by giving the Jaya to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada, Swamiji, and Krishna, the Lord Krishna. And afterwards we will say Shanti 3 times. Jai Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Dev ki, Jai Mahamai ki, Jai Swamiji Maharaj Ji ki, Jai Bhagavan Sri Krishna ki, Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. This Shanti 3 times means it is from the heaven and from the nature, all the difficulties that is coming, that should be stopped. Second, from all being around us. And third, the body and mind, that should be. So Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I always say, try to imagine the first Shanti, all gods and goddesses are throwing petals on you because you are calling on God, you are meditating on God, you are crying for God. So gods are happy, they are throwing their blessings you, sending their blessings on you. The first Shanti. Second Shanti, all your gurus and the great teachers, Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, they are also all around us. Don't try to imagine bad people, all good people, all around us. They are also throwing the flower petals and blessing you. And finally, inside you see your Divine Master, your God or Goddess on whom you are praying and meditating. So that he or she is there. So Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So practice these 3 again. First, gods are throwing petals. Second, holy people. And third, you yourself seeing the God within your heart. So last, say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This will give the solace. This is the practice. Thank you, friends. Thank you for coming. Please offer your pranam to God and bring that. So, and have some prasad. Then. Oh, I like to tell you that this Saturday.